So you're heading abroad. Exciting, right? But then, there's that whole thing looming over you. It can feel like a massive, terrifying mountain. Will you just be pointing at menus for 6 months? Totally normal fear. But trust us at Mobeeco. It's doable, and it can even be fun. Today, we're breaking down real, practical hacks that go way beyond just study harder. Because you want to live your best study abroad life, not spend all your time buried in textbooks. Stick around for tips, real talk, and a few laughs. Because if you can't laugh at your attempts to pronounce a wild German word, what's the point? Let's dive in and hack your way to language confidence. Why bother learning the language? It's a question every traveler or student asks at some point, especially when you're surrounded by people who seem to get by just fine with English. Sure, you might think everyone speaks English, and in some places, that's partly true. But do you really want to stay in the tourist bubble, only skimming the surface of a new place? The real magic happens when you step outside that comfort zone, when you order your morning coffee in the local language, read street signs without Google Translate, or strike up a conversation with a vendor at the market. Even basic language skills make daily life so much smoother. Suddenly, grocery shopping isn't a guessing game. Navigating public transit feels less intimidating, and you can actually explain what's wrong with your Wi-Fi to the technician. On campus, you'll catch important info during lectures, make sense of flyers for cool events, and connect with classmates beyond just a polite nod in the hallway. It's about making life easier, not harder. With every new word you learn, you unlock a little more freedom and confidence in your daily routine. But most importantly, it's about connection. Sharing a laugh with the bakery owner, finally understanding an inside joke, or having a real, unfiltered conversation at a cafe that goes beyond small talk. These are the moments that make you feel like you truly belong, not just like you're passing through as a visitor. You become part of the community, not just an outsider looking in. Locals genuinely appreciate your effort, even if your accent isn't perfect or you stumble over words. It shows respect for their culture and opens doors to friendships and opportunities you'd never expect. People are friendlier, more patient, and more willing to help when you try, even if you make mistakes. It's a bridge that brings people together. It's not about acing a language class or being flawless. It's about unlocking a richer, more authentic experience. You'll see sides of the city and culture that most tourists never do. You'll build confidence, independence, and a sense of accomplishment. You'll start to feel like you truly live there, not just exist in an English-speaking bubble. The effort you put in pays off 1,000,000 times over, in ways you can't even imagine before you start. It's the difference between just seeing a country and truly experiencing its heart, its people, its traditions, its everyday life. And isn't that the whole point of going abroad? To grow, to connect, to discover something new about the world and yourself? Trust us, language is your key to the real adventure. It's the passport to the experiences you'll remember for a lifetime. So, how do you actually learn a language without chaining yourself to a desk or feeling like you're stuck in a never-ending study session? The answer is daily immersion, but not the kind that takes over your life or feels like a huge commitment. You don't need to move to a remote village or speak only ancient Latin to get results. Immersion is about making the language a natural part of your world, wherever you are. It's about weaving the language into your everyday life, so it becomes as routine as brushing your teeth or scrolling through your feed. Use those little pockets of dead time, on the bus, waiting in line, or winding down before bed, to sneak in language practice. These moments add up, and you'll be surprised how much you can learn in just a few spare minutes. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise turn learning into a game, not a chore. They're designed to keep you motivated with streaks, badges, and bite-sized lessons that fit your schedule. Even just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time. Set a timer, make it a ritual, and watch your skills grow. Podcasts are your secret weapon. Find ones made for learners, or dive into native content about topics you already love, like music, sports, or pop culture. There's something for every interest and level. Listen while you're doing chores, working out, or commuting. Turn passive moments into active learning, and you'll be surprised how much you absorb without even trying. TV shows and movies? They're basically the best homework ever. Watch local content or switch your favorite shows to the target language. You'll get used to the sounds, rhythms, and real-life conversations. Start with subtitles in your own language, then switch to the target language, and eventually try watching with no subtitles at all. It's a challenge, but it's also super rewarding. You'll pick up real speech patterns, slang, and jokes that textbooks never teach. This is the stuff that makes you sound like a local, not just a learner. The key is to make it a habit. Little bits, done often, beat cramming every time. Consistency is where the magic happens, and it's what keeps you moving forward. Your brain will thank you, and you'll see real progress, without the overwhelm or burnout that comes from trying to do too much at once. Make language part of your daily vibe, like your favorite playlist or morning coffee. The more you blend it into your routine, the more natural it feels. That's how you grow, almost without noticing. Before you know it, you'll be thinking, understanding, and even dreaming in your new language. Let's talk vocabulary, the building blocks of communication. Flashcards might sound old school, but they work, especially with spaced repetition. Apps like Anki and Quizlet make it easy and efficient, showing you words right before you forget them. Focus on words you struggle with, not the ones you already know. Get creative. Add pictures, example sentences, or doodles to your cards. The more connections you make, the better you remember. Don't just rely on reading. Actively work on your vocab to supercharge your progress. Aim for 10-15 new words a day, plus review. It doesn't have to take hours, just a few minutes here and there. Consistency beats intensity. Do it while waiting for your tea or during a TV break. Flashcards plus spaced repetition equals sign vocab that sticks. Build that solid foundation, and you'll actually be able to speak and understand. It's worth the effort, promise. Old school, but still the best hack in the book. You've done the apps and flashcards. Now comes the scary part, actually talking to people. It's the moment every language learner dreads, but also the one that makes all the difference. You might feel your heart racing, your palms sweating, and your mind suddenly blanking on every word you've ever learned. That's totally normal. It means you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's where real progress happens. Speaking is a whole new level, but it's essential. Reading and listening are great, but nothing cements a language in your brain like using it in real time. When you speak, you're forced to think on your feet, recall vocabulary, and string together sentences on the fly. It's challenging, but it's also the fastest way to improve. You can't learn to swim by just watching videos. You have to jump in. The same goes for language. No amount of passive study can replace the experience of actually speaking. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, take a deep breath and dive in, even if you feel unprepared. Language exchanges are genius. Find a native speaker who wants to learn your language and swap. It's a win-win. You both get to practice, make mistakes, and laugh together. Plus, you'll learn real everyday language, not just textbook phrases. Use apps like Tandem or HelloTalk or join local meetups. These platforms connect you with people from all over the world so you can practice anytime, anywhere. Don't be afraid to reach out. Most people are excited to connect and help each other learn. It'll be awkward at first. Expect pauses, mistakes, and wild pronunciation. You might freeze up or say something completely wrong, but that's part of the process. Every stumble is a step forward, and every awkward moment is a lesson learned. But your partner is just as nervous in your language, so you're in it together. Remember, everyone starts somewhere, and most people are more understanding than you think. You'll both make mistakes, and that's what makes it fun and memorable. The key? Just go for it. Mistakes mean you're learning. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself and let your partner correct you. That's how you grow, and those corrections will stick with you far longer than anything you read in a book. Most people are patient and happy you're trying. They appreciate your effort, and many will go out of their way to help you. You might even make new friends along the way, and those connections can motivate you to keep going. If you want more structure, try online tutors on platforms like Italki. A tutor can guide you, correct your mistakes, and tailor lessons to your needs. It's a great way to get personalized feedback and build confidence in a supportive environment. Practice from your couch, in your pajamas, no judgment. The beauty of online learning is that you can do it on your own terms, whenever you feel comfortable. There's no pressure, just progress at your own pace. The more you speak, the more confident you'll get. Each conversation chips away at your nerves, and soon, what once felt impossible will start to feel natural. You'll notice your sentences flowing more easily, and your fear fading away. One day, you'll realize you just said a whole sentence without translating in your head. That's the magic moment. It sneaks up on you, and suddenly, you're communicating, really communicating, in another language. So take a breath, find a friendly face, and start talking. Every conversation is a step closer to fluency, and every effort counts. Don't let fear hold you back from the amazing experiences waiting for you. It's scary, but it's the only way to real fluency. You got this. Remember, every fluent speaker was once a nervous beginner, just like you. Language learning doesn't have to be all study. Make it social. You're abroad to live, not just memorize vocab lists. Combine language learning with your social life for the ultimate hack. Join clubs or societies at your host university. Hiking, cooking, film, whatever you love. If locals are involved, you get instant low-pressure practice. Real conversations about real interests beat awkward textbook sentences any day. Go to local events, festivals, concerts, markets. Even if you don't talk much, you're soaking up the language. Try to make friends with local students. Be open, friendly, and take initiative. Suggest outings, coffee, markets, new cafes. The worst they can say is no. Hanging out with native speakers teaches you slang, humor, and how people talk. FOMO is a powerful motivator. You'll want to keep up. Use your social life as your language playground. It's more effective and way more fun than studying alone. Study abroad is about experiences and connections. Chat, laugh, and explore your way to fluency. You're pumped to learn, but let's talk balance. Burnout is real. Don't let language learning or schoolwork take over your life. Set realistic goals. You won't be fluent in 3 months, especially with tough classes. Maybe aim for simple conversations, understanding half of what's said, or confidently ordering food. Celebrate small wins. They add up. Schedule language practice like you do for classes or outings. Even 30 minutes a day makes a difference if you stick to it. Make it a non-negotiable appointment with your future fluent self. Take breaks. Your brain needs downtime to process everything. Self-care is essential. Go for a walk, listen to music, hang out with friends. Reward yourself for sticking to your plan or having a successful conversation. Study abroad is a marathon, not a sprint. Some days you'll crush it, some days you'll forget hello. That's normal. Find a sustainable balance. Language should enrich your experience, not stress you out. You're here to learn and grow and have an amazing time. That was a lot, but hopefully you're feeling less overwhelmed and more ready to tackle language learning. Find what works for you, be consistent, and don't be afraid to sound silly. Mobeeco's here to help with all your study abroad needs, not just language. Go out, try new things, speak, even if it's clunky at first. Embrace the awkward, celebrate the wins, and soak it all in. Ready to master your language skills? Download Mobeeco, your all-in-one app for study abroad. Like, subscribe, and share your journey in the comments.